हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमं ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पदानश्चिन्वन्नोदिभिः ॐ श्रीमहागणपतये नमः। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानामालयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करं। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे श्रीगुरुपरम्पराम्। ॐ श्रीशङ्कराचार्यस्वामिने नमः। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः। हरिः ॐ।
नमस्ते महोदय।
नमस्ते।
कृष्ण पावनी भगिनी।
नमस्ते महोदय।
नमस्ते।
अवजानन्ति मां मूढाः मानुषीं तनुमाश्रितं परं भावमजानन्तः मम भूतमहेश्वरम्।
गुड।
साई लक्ष्मी भगिनी।
नमस्ते महोदय।
नमस्ते। Go ahead.
मोघाशामोघकर्माणः मोघज्ञानविचेतसः राक्षसीमासुरीं चैव प्रकृतिं मोहिनीं श्रिताः।
Good.
राजलक्ष्मी भगिनी।
नमस्ते महोदय।
नमस्ते।
महात्मानस्तु मां पार्थ दैवीं प्रकृतिमाश्रिताः भजन्त्यनन्यमनसः ज्ञात्वा भूतादिमव्ययम्।
First line only again, once again.
महात्मानस्तु मां पार्थ दैवीं प्रकृतिमाश्रिताः।
दैवीं दीर्घा।
महात्मानस्तु मां पार्थ दैवीं प्रकृतिमाश्रिताः भजन्त्यनन्यमनसः ज्ञात्वा भूतादिमव्ययम्।
शारदा राजन भगिनी।
सततं कीर्तयन्तो मां यतन्तश्च दृढव्रताः नमस्यन्तश्च मां भक्त्या नित्ययुक्ता उपासते।
श्रीलक्ष्मी भगिनी।
नमस्ते महोदय।
नमस्ते।
ज्ञानयज्ञेन चाप्यन्ये यजन्तो मामुपासते एकत्वेन पृथक्त्वेन बहुधा विश्वतो मुखम्।
गुड।
शीला शिंदे भगिनी।
अहंक्रतुरहै यज्ञः स्वदाहं हमौषधं मंत्रोऽहमहमेवाजम् अहमग्निरहं हुतम्।
Good. So we'll continue now. New one, new shloka for today. Yeah.
लक्ष्मी देवी भगिनी।
पिताहमस्य जगतः
पिताहमस्य जगतः पिताहमस्य जगतः
माता धाता पितामहः
माता धाता पितामहः माता धाता पितामहः
पिताहमस्य जगतः माता धाता पितामहः
पिताहमस्य जगतः माता धाता पितामहः पिताहमस्य जगतः माता धाता पितामहः.
Good. Next.
Minute. Anupama Bhatt Bhagini.
Vedyam pavitramomkarah.
वेद्यं पवित्रमोङ्कारः वेद्यं पवित्रमोङ्कारः
Ruksamayajureva cha.
ऋक्सामयजुरेव च ऋक्सामयजुरेव च
Vedyam pavitramomkarah. Ruksamayajureva cha.
वेद्यं पवित्रमोङ्कारः ऋक्सामयजुरेव च वेद्यं पवित्रमोङ्कारः ऋक्सामयजुरेव च.
Good. Next.
Veena Fani Shri Bhagini.
पिताहमस्य जगतः माता धाता पितामहः.
नमस्ते महोदय.
नमस्ते.
पिताहमस्य जगतः माता धाता पितामहः. पिताहमस्य जगतः माता धाता पितामहः.
Good. Next.
Sharat Chavan Mahodaya.
वेद्यं पवित्रमोङ्कारः ऋक्सामयजुरेव च.
वेद्यं पवित्रमोङ्कारः ऋक्सां यजुरेव च. वेदयं पवित्रमोङ्कारः ऋक्सां यजुरेव च.
Is see when you have the bottom the Vedyam, when you have the small line, it is Vedyam. You are reading it as Vedayam. Whereas Ruksama, there is in the case Sama, there is nothing like the half matra is not there at the bottom. There you are reading as Sam.
Okay. Okay, sir.
Ruksama. Here it should be half matra.
Okay.
Vedyam pavitra monkaraha Ruksama yajurevacha. Unless otherwise indicated with the half matra by a small line at the bottom, we have to pronounce the aksharam full. Okay? Yeah.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
वेद्यं पवित्रमोङ्कारः ऋक्सां यजुरेव च.
Ruksama yajurevacha.
ऋक्साम यजुरेव च.
Good.
Is it all right, sir?
Yes, okay. So be conscious about that. Only when you have the small line at the bottom indicating half matra, you can say id, vedyam. Because in Hindi and all, whatever you read is correct. You know, when you put ma, it is read as im only, ruksam. But in Sanskrit, unless specifically indicated, we have to chant the full aksharam.
Okay.
So, ruksama, ma should be full. Okay?
Okay. Ruksama.
Right. Next.
Rajeshwari Shiv Shankar Bhagini.
Full shloka, please.
Namaste, sir.
Namaste.
पिताहमस्य जगतः माता धाता पितामहः वेद्यं पवित्रमोङ्कारः ऋक्सामयजुरेव च.
Good. Next.
Kashmira Bhagini.
Yes. पिताहमस्य जगतः माता धाता पितामहः वेद्यं पवित्रमोङ्कारः ऋक्सामयजुरेव च.
Good. Next.
Bhanureka Bhagini.
नमस्ते महोदय.
Namaste.
पिताहमस्य जगतः माता दाता पितामहः वेद्यं पवित्रमोङ्कारः ऋक्सामयजुरेव च.
Good. Next.
Usha Srinivasan Bhagini.
नमस्ते महोदय.
Namaste.
पिताहमस्य जगतः माता धाता पितामहः पिताहमस्य जगतः माता धाता पितामहः वेद्यं पवित्रमोङ्कारः ऋक्सामयजुरेव च वेद्यं पवित्रमोङ्कारः ऋक्सामयजुरेव च. Thank you, sir.
Next.
K. Lalita Bhagini.
Yes, sir. पिताहमस्य जगतः माता धाता पितामहः वेद्यं पवित्रमोङ्कारः ऋक्सामयजुरेव च.
Good. Next.
Krishna Pavani Bhagini.
पिताहमस्य जगतः माता धाता पितामहः वेद्यं पवित्रमोङ्कारः ऋक्सामयजुरेव च.
Good. Next, one more person.
Sai Lakshmi Bhagini.
पिताहमस्य जगतः माता धाता पितामहः वेद्यं पवित्रमोङ्कारः ऋक्सामयजुरेव च.
Good. So Bhagavan is now continuing to talk about the Vishwato Mukham, different kinds of Vishwa Mukha that he is having. He is talking about this. See, 2 slokas before he said, no, Jnana Yajnena cha api anye yajantaha mam upasate ekatvena prutatvena bahuta Vishwato Mukham. He said that people worship me in 4 different ways. Ekatvena, as a only God. Pritatvena, maybe Goloka, one God is there, we are all here. So we pray to the Bhagavan, distinguished, differentiated God. Bahuda, in different kinds of forms. Hanuman, Lakshmi, Kali, Durga, Bahuda. Vishwato Mukham. Vishwato Mukham is anything that you see is the manifestation of God. Vishwa Mukha. Okay. So now he is explaining on Vishwato Mukham. Whatever you are seeing in this world, the reality of the existence of that is because of Bhagavan. So anything that you see is a Vishwato Mukham of Bhagavan. So he's talking about the beauty of Vishwato Mukham or the glory of Vishwato Mukham. Whatever he is now talking, the 10th chapter, there is going to be at least 10, 12 slokas where he is going to be talking about his own glories. In further, lot of things he is going to be talking about. That's called Vibhuti Yoga. We'll be talking about it. And chapter number 11, Vishwato Mukham, whatever he has talked, he is going to show himself as Vishwarupa Darshanam. So he is now telling all these things. Whatever you see is all me. Okay. So he is talking about that. So Vishwato Mukham is continuing. First one, he talked about Aham Kratuhu, Aham Yaknyaha, Svada Aham, Aham Aushadam, Mantraha Aham, Aham Ajyam, Aham Agni, Aham Hutam. I think all of you will be able to understand all these things because it's all very, we discussed that at length. So today he is talking about Asya Jagataha, for this entire universe. Aham Pita. Pita Hamasya Jagataha means Asya Jagataha, for this entire universe. Aham Pita. I am the father. I'll first complete the meaning. First, we'll go through this sloka, then I'll expand the meanings. Asya Jagataha Aham Mata. Pita Hamasya Jagataha Mata. Asya Jagataha Pita Aham. Asya Jagataha Mata Aham. Asya Jagataha Dhata Aham. I am the Dhata. Asya Jagataha Pitamaha Aham. So he is telling that for this entire universe that we are interacting with, world of things that we know, a Saguna Brahman which we are able to see and interact with, he says, I am the Pita, I am the Mata, I am the Dhata. Dhata means sustainer, supporter, and I am Pitamaha, I am the grandfather. So now the question is that I am the father. Father means he is the person responsible for the creation. The entire world was created by the Bhagavan. So he calls himself as I am the Pita. Because of me, the entire creation took place. Then if you look at that way, yes, we discussed about one equation. Ishvara is equal to Nirguna Brahman plus Maya. With Maya, he creates everything. Nirguna Brahman, when he is going to be engaged with Maya, it is going to provide the creation, whatever we see. So, Mata becomes, in this case, you can say Nirguna Brahman plus Maya. The combination of that is producing the entire creation. So, he is the Pita. The Mata is Nirguna Brahman mixed with Maya is the creation of the entire universe. So, Pita Aham Asya Jagatah Mata Aham Data. I am the one who is sustaining it. Now, you look at this word, no, we always come across this word in a very loose manner. You know, we say Lord Vishnu is sustaining everything. But if you look at that way, it's a great sustenance that is done by Lord Vishnu. Every day you are getting sun. Season over season you are getting rain. Produce from the vegetables and other things come to you in plenty. We are able to survive and sustain only because of nature. If nature was, we all may think that I have money, I go to the market and buy the fruits and vegetables. No, that is the wrong understanding. The understanding is that the entire world of sustenance by us, our living, our requirements, everything is taken care by God in form of nature. Water is given by nature. Light is given by nature. Because of sunlight, energy is produced and you are able to have light in the night, etc. Because of water, we got hydroelectric power and we are able to get energy for the night and other things also. So if then because of the earth and the water and other things, we are getting all the plants and vegetables. Because of plants and vegetables, we are able to nourish ourselves. Because of the plants and vegetables, cows are getting nourished. Because of that, we get milk, we get butter, we get ghee. Everything, if you look at that way, is sustained by Bhagavan. So we have to understand when he says Dhata, we think he is a sustainer, but sustainer, if you start looking at it, it is a very great thing that is being done by Bhagavan. So Pita Aham, Mata Aham, Data Aham, and Pita Maha. He says, I am a grandfather also. The question arises, when you say that you are a Pita, then how did you come into the world? You should have had another father. So he says, I am the grandfather also. To ensure that people don't question him, if you say that you are a Pita, then who is your father? He says, I am grandfather also. What we have to understand is that the cause of the universe, you can take it as Pita. The uncast cause for the universe is Pitamaha, which means that there was no cause for Pitamaha. Pitamaha means you can take it as a next level of existence where there was no cause. From that cause came Pita. From Pita, the entire Jagat comes. So he also says that I am Pitamaha. So first he is clarifying all the four different things. Then Vedyam. Vedyam means what? I am supposed to be known. At the end of the day, what are we now trying to understand from all these things? Vishvatobhakam, Jnana Vijnanam, everything we are trying to understand Bhagavan. The second, we said that the second 6 chapters that we have in Bhagavad Gita is to understand Bhagavan. So we are now trying to understand Bhagavan. Bhagavan is what? Tat principle, the Tat in Tattvamasi. From we finished in the chapter 1 to 6. Now we are trying to understand Bhagavan. So what Bhagavan is telling? Vedyam, I am the one to be known. Pavitram, he said, I am absolutely pure, or I make everyone pure. I think we had discussed about this Pavitram Uttamam in one of the classes around a few days ago. I'll just recap it. Okay. If you look at that way, human beings, we have 3 different types of bodies. One is Stula Sarira, Sukshma Sarira, and Karana Sarira. There are 3 Shariras. Okay. Stula Sharira is the body, the Stula body, the gross body we have. How do we keep it clean? And we keep it clean by having everyday bath. If you have to have bath every day, if you don't have bath for one day also, the purity of the body is not there. It starts stinking. So the body has to be kept clean by bath only. So that's for the gross body is concerned. Then when you look at it from the next, that is the subtle body, how do you keep that one clean? How do you purify subtle body? Subtle body, the primary member of subtle body is mind. We take care of the mind by prayers. We take care of the mind by right kinds of thoughts. We take care of mind by right kind of attitudes. We take care of the mind by right kind of meditations, etc. By which the mind gets purified. You don't get wrong thoughts. You start looking at everybody in the proper manner. You are able to appreciate everything. So that if you don't appreciate them, you are like anybody else. So the mind has got to be continuously cleaned out of various kinds of impurities that we have. That is done by the kind of journey that we are all undertaking, etc. where we discuss about the Bhagavad Gita, we do some chanting, we do some meditation. All these things will help us in terms of purifying the mind. That is, Stula Sarira is by bath, Sukshma Sarira is by prayers and meditation, and then comes Karana Sarira. Karana Sarira is the one that prevents us from knowing our own self. That is ignorance. Ignorance is covering Jnanam. Ajnane avrutam Jnanam. We have studied that in one of the earlier chapters. So how do you remove that Ajnanam? Ajnanam can be removed only by Jnanam. That is knowing our own self. Ajnana can be removed only by Jnana. And that particular Jnana, once that particular Jnana is there, then it is going to purify everything. Even your papas and punya, once a person understands that he is not the doer, he is not the karta, and body and mind are something totally independent of him, the jivatva is not there. So the connection between the atma and the jivatva is removed, then all the papas also go away, and that is called the highest level of purification, that is person is enlightened. So that is called pavitram. So he says that you have to understand that I am that pavitram, the one who is able to help you in gaining knowledge, and by that you gain my own knowledge. So pavitram. Then Omkaraha. Omkaraha we have discussed enough. It is the syllable Om. The syllable Om is the cause for the entire creation. Syllable Om also is Brahman. Syllable Om also can be understood to be A, U, Ma. And the fourth one, that is Turiya, which I think we have discussed in the earlier things. So he says, I am to be known, I am Pavitram, I am Omkaraha, because Brahman is God, God is God is Bhagavan is Om only, Omkaraha, and I am Ritveda, Samaveda, Yajurveda, Rug, Sama, Yajur. All the Vedas, it is me. Now the question may arise, why Atharvana Veda has been disturbed? There are a few reasons for that. If you look at the meter for this particular shloka, if you put Atharvana Veda, the meter of chanting will be a problem. So Atharvana Veda perhaps has not been brought in. When you say Ruk, Sama, Yajurveda, that means that all the Vedas which has come from Bhagavan is all Bhagavan only. That is what we should understand. The other thing is that Atharvana Veda came last. When you look at it from the point of view of utilization of Vedas by the various Pandits, etc., primarily it is Rig Veda, Sama Veda, and Yajur Veda is predominantly used, and the usage has been slightly less. So perhaps Atharvana Veda has not been counted here. I do not know about that. But what I believe is that because of the metering perspective, they have removed their Vyasa has found, Rig, Sama, Yajur Veda. Otherwise, it will become difficult to fit into the Anushtup meter that we are having in this sloka. Okay. So he says that I am the Pita, I am the Mata, I am the Data, I am the Pitamaha. I have to be known. I am Pavitram. I am not. I'll also make your Karma Sarira Pavitram, Omkaraha, Rugga, Sama, Yajur, Evacha. All these things are me. So by this, what do we understand? We understand that everything that we have interaction with is all manifestations in Bhagavan. So we are not going to see Bhagavan only in the altar, in the house, or in the temple. We are able to see Bhagavan, Vishpato Mukham, we can see in everything. So which all things that you can now relate to God. He is now giving a laundry list of all those kinds of things. And this is the way we have to start looking at Bhagavan, because the existence of all these things is only because of Bhagavan. Okay. Next.
Rajalakshmi Bhagini.
Gadir Bharta Prabhu Sakshi.
Gadir Bharta Prabhu Sakshi. Gadir Bharta Prabhu Sakshi.
Nivasa Sharanam Suhrut.
Nivasa Sharanam Suhrut. Nivasa Sharanam Suhrut.
Gadir Bharta Prabhu Sakshi. Nivasa Sharanam Suhrut.
Gadir Bharta Prabhu Sakshi. Nivasa Sharanam Suhrut. Gadir Bharta Prabhu Sakshi. Nivasa Sharanam Suhrut.
Next.
Sheila Shinde Bhagini.
Prabhava Pralayasthanam.
Prabhava Pralayasthanam. Prabhava Pralayasthanam.
Nidhanam Bijamavyayam.
Nidhanam Bijamavyayam. निधानं बीजमव्ययम्
प्रभवः प्रलयस्थानं निधानं बीजमव्ययम्
प्रभव प्रलयस्थानं निधानं बीजमव्ययम् प्रभव प्रलयस्थानं निधानं बीजमव्ययम्
Good. Next.
Sai Lakshmi Bhagini.
गतिर्भर्ता प्रभुः साक्षी निवासः शरणं सुहृत्
गतिर्भर्ता प्रभुः साक्षी निवासः शरणं सुहृत् गतिर्भर्ता प्रभुः साक्षी निवासः शरणं सुहृत्
Good. Next.
Sri Lakshmi Bhagini.
प्रभवः प्रलयस्थानं निधानं बीजमव्ययम्
प्रभव प्रलयस्थानं निधानं बीजमव्ययम् प्रभव प्रलयस्थानं निधानं बीजमव्ययम्
Good. Next.
Kashmira Bhagini.
First line 2 times.
Yes. गतिर्भर्ता प्रभुः साक्षी निवासः शरणं सुहृत् गतिर्भर्ता प्रभुः साक्षी निवासः शरणं सुहृत्
Good. Next.
Anupama Bhagini.
Second line 2 times.
प्रभवः प्रलयस्थानं निधानं बीजमव्ययम् प्रभवः प्रलयस्थानं निधानं बीजमव्ययम्
Good. Next.
Bhanu Rekha Bhagini.
Do shloka once.
Yes.
गतिर्भर्ता प्रभुः साक्षी निवासः शरणं सुहृत् प्रभवः प्रलयस्थानं निधानं बीजमव्ययम्
Good. Next.
Veena Fanishri Bhagini.
गतिर्भर्ता प्रभुः साक्षी निवासः शरणं सुहृत् प्रभव प्रलयस्थानं निधानं बीजमव्ययम्
Good. Next.
Lakshmi Bibi Bhagini.
गतिर्भर्ता प्रभुः साक्षी निवासः शरणं सुहृत् प्रभवः प्रलयस्थानं निधानं बीजमव्ययम्
Good. Next.
Sharada Rajan Bhagini.
गतिर्भर्ता प्रभुः साक्षी निवासः शरणं सुहृत् प्रभव प्रलयस्थानं निधानं बीजमव्ययम्
Good. Next.
K. Lalita Bhagini.
गतिर्भर्ता प्रभुः साक्षी निवासः शरणं सुहृत् प्रभवः प्रलयस्थानं निधानं बीजमव्ययम्
Good. Next.
Rajeshwari Shivshankar Bhagini.
गतिर्भर्ता प्रभुः साक्षी निवासः शरणौ सुकृत् प्रभवः प्रलयस्थानं निधानं बीजमव्ययम्
Good. Next.
Usha Srinivasan Bhagini.
Yes, sir. गतिर्भर्ता प्रभुः साक्षी निवासः शरणं सुहृत् प्रभव प्रलयस्थानं निधानं बीजमव्ययम्
Good. One more person.
Krishna Pavani Bhagini.
गतिर्भर्ता प्रभुः साक्षी निवासः शरणं सुहृत् प्रभवः प्रलयस्थानं निधानं बीजमव्ययम्.
Good. So he is now continuing with no, whatever he has been talking about Vishwatomukam is further continuing. Gatihi. Gatihi means at the end of that is the ultimate goal is Gati. We say that when somebody surrenders, he says Sharana Gati. That means that he has given up everything. So when you say somebody has passed it also, they say he had a good Gati. Gati means the final destination point is Gati. So now, if you look at all the spiritual seekers, where do you think will be the ultimate end that we need to reach? It is Bhagavan, or we have to understand Bhagavan within ourselves. So he says that Gatihi, that is, I am the Gati. The ultimate goal for everybody should be Gatihi, that is me. Okay. Then Bharta. Bharta means it is like a sustainer only. And Bharta means a sustainer and nourisher also. Sustainer is also nourisher. So he says that I am the one who nourishes everything in the entire universe. So I am the ultimate end to be gained. I am the one who sustains everything, Bharta. In fact, our Hindu tradition, we normally, those days they are calling the husband as a Bharta. He is my Bharta. Bharta means in those days, the person was supposed to take care of the family, sustain, run, and provide for is all the responsibility of the men folk. So he was called a Bharta, but I think today's context, it might not be applicable. So Bharta means supporter, nourisher, sustainer, etc. Then Prabhu. Prabhu means he is the Lord. He is the Lord for the entire universe. That's what is the other thing. I am the Prabhu. Prabhu of the entire universe. Then Sakshi. Sakshi means witness consciousness. So when you say Vishwatho Mukham Bhagavan as God, he is able to have a witness of everything that is happening in the world. Yes, God. We will be also seeing that in the 11th chapter. Vishwatho Mukham means that he has, with two eyes, we are a witness to a lot of things happening around, right? We just walk around, we are witnessing a lot of things. We are a witness to a lot of things, though we are not connected with that, or though we are not doing anything in those things. We are just a witness to many things. Bhagavan is a witness to everything that is happening in the entire universe. Sakshi. And Sakshi, when you look at that way, we have to understand that Bhagavan says that I am the Sakshi, that is the consciousness of universal consciousness. And we all have to understand that our nature, our primary nature, which we are trying to understand, is that we are also a witness conscious only. So if you are, some of you are undergoing this, coming for the meditation class in the morning, you all will understand that first we start off with, you start looking at your body. When you start looking at your body, you start looking at your body as a statue, which means that when you start looking at your body as a statue, you are witnessing your body. You are not the body. Then you get the understanding that you are not the body. Then the next thing is that you are starting looking at your mind also. When you start looking at your mind, you are witnessing what is happening in the mind. So for example, I know what is the thought going on in my mind. So which means that I am witnessing, not only me, all of you, just think about it. All of you are now aware that you are sitting in this class. All of you sitting in the class means you are physically sitting, you are hearing, etc. But within yourself, you are aware that you are inside the class. You are witnessing everything. You are witness, and a lot of things may be happening in your mind also at this point in time. And you are privy to that information and you are witnessing it. You are a witness to your own emotions. You are witness to your own thoughts. So that means that the thoughts coming into your mind or the emotion that is coming into your mind is all known to you, right? If you look at that way, everything is known to you. If you have lied to somebody, you know it. If you want to do something tomorrow which nobody else knows, you know it. So the person who knows is yourself. That is your true self, true nature. And he is a witness to everything. He witnesses right from the time you are born. He is witnessing what all things you have done. Maybe even your parents may not be aware what all things you have done. But this person within you knows about this. He is a Sakshi. And he is a Sutta Chaitanya. He is a indifferent Sakshi. Like yesterday we saw in one of the Shlokas, Bhagavan said that Udasinavat Asinam. I am the person who is indifferent to what is happening. I am just watching. Same way, this Sakshi also that we have within ourselves, which is a true nature of our consciousness, Is a Sakshi is Udasinavad. It is absolutely indifferent. It keeps on watching. Like when you start walking on the road and somebody has fallen down from a bike, you witness it and go. You know it has happened, but you are not a part of that. Similarly, in your life also, whatever thoughts come to you, whatever emotions come to you, whatever is happening, right from the time that you are born, it's a Sakshi, witness consciousness. And the witness consciousness is the easier true self. But the witness consciousness, if you are able to understand, then the witness consciousness that you have with you is not limited to your body and mind. That is what we are trying to understand from Vedantic principle. And the witness consciousness is Sachidananda Swarupam of all of us. So he says that Sakshi, Bhagavan says, I am a Sakshi. But truly speaking, we all have to understand that we are also a Sakshi, witness consciousness. Then Nivasaha. Nivasaha means, I know all of you are very much aware of this. Many places they put, Ganesh Nivas, for their house they put the name Nivas, Kamala Nivas, Ganesha Nivas, Padma Nivas. They put all these names. Nivasa means place of residence. So when you look at it as a place of residence, I live in my house. Where does this house live? It is right now I am living in Pune. Where is Pune? It is right now in India. Where is India? It is on the earth. Where is earth? You start questioning that, everything is there in a place which is belonging to Bhagavan. So he is the universal Nivasa. We say Srinivasa means because Lakshmi is there with him, he says Srinivasa. Lakshmi is there with him. So, but here he says universal Nivasa. Everything is there. Wherever we are the person who are residing in his own place. We are all, the Nivasa is the entire thing that we have is all under his control. Nivasa. Sharanam. Sharanam means ultimate refuge that we need to have is only Bhagavan. Only you have to start taking ultimate refuge you can take only in Bhagavan. So when you look at that way, when you are having different, now if you look at refugees also, people who are totally not getting anything in their own countries, they run away and then take asylum in some other place. But now when you look at it as an individual perspective, when we want to take refuge in something, the house is leaking because of a big tornado. There are a lot of losses that has happened. And Amarnath, what is this? This Kedarnath thing, when all these things happen, people took refuge in Bhagavan. They say, Bhagavan, you are the only person who can save us now. This kind of natural calamity, people are getting washed away, there's no food, rain is pouring, river is incurring. Ultimate refuge is Bhagavan. Then Suhrud. Suhrud means he is absolutely the most trusted friend. Su means good, Hrid means heart. One of the most kind-hearted person that you can have is Bhagavan, Suhrid. And now when you look at this, Suhrid means there are many occasions when you find that you are not able to get the solace for any situation that you are facing from your own close quarters of people. You are not able to get. But then what you do is that you either go to a temple or you sit down silently, or if you have a good meditative practice capability that you sit down in meditation, then you find that there is going to be some solace coming into you. Instead of somebody coming and then trying to do a kind of, nobody was coming to give you solace or give a kind of counseling, but you find that sort of things, the peace comes within you. You feel that there is some kind of support available. I have got, so Bhagavan's blessing is with me. You get that kind of feeling. That is Suhrid. Bhagavan is compassionate. Bhagavan is friendly with everybody. So, Gadihi, Bharta, Prabhuhu, Sakshi, Nivasaha, Sharanam, Suhrud, Prabhaha, Pralaya, Sthanam. That is the ultimate destination. When Pralaya takes place, everything gets folded into him. In the case of Pralaya, Prabhava, it starts from there, Sthanam. Though whether it's going to be Pralaya or Prabhava, where things unfold and where things start manifesting, it's all Bhagavan. And Nidhanam is Nidhanam also should be understood as the Nidhi. When you say Nidhi, it's a treasury, where it's a storehouse, where you keep everything, all your possessions, etc., you keep with yourself. In the case of Bhagavan, he is going to be the treasure house who is going to be managing the cumulative karma, pala, everything that is going to be mundi in this particular custody. So he is a Nidhanam. Everything is going to be in the custody of Bhagavan, and based on your own karma, pala, whatever karmas you have, again and again, things will start coming back and forth. So Nidhanam. Then Bijam means he is the seed for the entire creation. If you look at it from everything that is there in the world, be it inanimate or animate, he is the primary seed for the creation. And of course, he is Avyayam also. Avyayam means he is immutable, imperishable, non-decayable, Bhagavan. And when you say Bijam, the Bijam is the form in which it is available. Everything, the entire world gets into Bijam form. From Bijam, it starts slowly growing into a big one. We have discussed about the Bija, the unmanifest to manifest. So he says that if it is unmanifest, it's going to be me. I am the only person who is going to have the entire unmanifest form with me. And from where everything, the entire things are going to get seeded and they all will start sprouting up. So he says that I am that. So the purpose of all these things that he's talking about is that we are now in the inquiry of Bhagavan. We are not just telling that Bhagavan is the one who is sitting in heaven so many light years away and he is sleeping in Adisesha right at the bottom of the Milky Ocean, happily sleeping. And that is the kind of picture that we have been created all these days. Good or bad, I don't want to make any statement. That is a kind of picturization of Bhagavan for all of us. Now our own perspective of Bhagavan should change. Our own perspective of God should change. What is God? Now I think all of you would have got a very good understanding. And with this understanding only, we have to start looking at God. And with this understanding only, you got to start realizing God. And with this understanding, you got to realize that your own Swarupa is the same Brahma Swarupa. Okay. So, Gadihi Bharta Prabhu Sakshi Nivasaha Sharanam Sugrutu Prabhava Pralayasthanam Nidanam Bijam Avyayam. All these things are Vishwatobhuka explanations by Bhagavan. Next.
Usha Srinivasan Bhagini.
Tapam Yamaha Varsham.
Tapamyahamaham varsham. Tapamyahamaham varsham.
Nigrunam Yutsrujamicha.
Nigrunam Mritsrujamicha. Nigruna Mutsra. Sorry.
I split the word for you so you can understand the two words and then you will be able to chant it very well. Nigrunami. What I do is I withdraw. Nigrunami. Okay. Griha means, not only the Griha, Gahi karde. Now you hold. So Nigruna means you withdraw. Nigrunami. Utrujami. There are two words. Nigrunami means withdraw. Utrujami is create. Nigrunami, Utrujami, Nigrunam, Utrujami. You got it, no?
Yes. Tapamyahamaham varsham. Nigrunam Yutsrujami cha. Tapamyahamaham varsham. Nigrunam Yutsrujami cha.
The first one also I'll explain. No? Tapami aham. Tapami aham means I am the temperature, heat that you feel all over the place. If you look at the earth, everywhere you got heat, the temperature is there. The earth is very lucky because it is in such a beautiful place that the temperatures are right for the entire life to sustain. So tapami aham. Tapami means temperature. Tapami aham. That is one word. Aham varsham. I am the rain. Okay, those two things are clubbed together. Tapam yahamaham varsham. So sometimes become yahamaham become difficult in pronunciation. But once you understand these two things, tapami aham varsham, nigrunami utsrujami cha. So if you understand the splitting of the words like that, it will become very easy now. Tapam yahamaha varsham, nigrunam utsrujami cha.
Should I say, sir?
Yeah, please take it 2 times.
Tapamyahamaham varsham. Nigruna mritsyujami cha. Tapamyahamaham varsham. Nigruna mutsrujami cha.
Nigruna
Musrujami.
Nigrunami utrujami. Nigrunami utrujami become Nigruna utrujami.
Mutsrujami.
Correct.
Mutsrujami. Sorry, sir, I'll practice.
No. It is a process of learning. Even when I chant, also sometimes it starts. It's a tongue twister, basically. Okay, next.
Thank you.
Sheila Shinde Bhagini.
Amurthan chaiva mrutyuscha.
Amrutan chaiva mrutyuscha. Amrutan chaiva mrutyuscha.
Sadasachaham Arjuna.
Sadasachaham Arjuna. Sadasachaham Arjuna.
Amrudhan chaiva mrutyuscha. Sadasachaham Arjuna.
Amrutan chaiva mrutyuscha. Sadasachaham Arjuna. Amrutan chaiva mrutyuscha. Sadasachaham Arjuna.
Good. Next.
Sri Lakshmi Bhagini.
Tapam yahamaho varsham nigrunnam yutsrujami cha.
तपाम्यहमहं वर्षं निगृह्णामृत्सुजामि च तपाम्यहमहं वर्षं निगृह्णामृत्सुजामि च.
Next.
Anupama Bhatt Bhagini.
Amruthan chaiva mrutyuscha. Sadasachaham Arjuna.
Anupama Bhatt Bhagini. Okay, Sharat Chavan Mahodaya.
Yes, sir.
Amruthan. Yeah, go ahead.
Amrutam chaiva mrityuscha sadasachaham Arjuna. Amrutam chaiva mrityuscha sadasachaham Arjuna.
Good. Next.
Raja Lakshmi Bhagini.
First line 2 times.
Tapam yahamaham varsham nigruhnam yutsrujami cha. Tapam yahamaham varsham nigruhnam yutsrujami cha.
Good. Next.
Lakshmi Bibi Bhagini.
Amrutan chaiva mrutyuscha sadasachaham Arjuna. Amrutan chaiva mrutyuscha sadasachaham Arjuna.
Good. Next.
Sharada Rajan Bhagini.
Full shloka.
तपाम्यहमहं वर्षं निगृह्णाम्युत्सृजामि च अमृतं चैव मृत्युश्च सदचाहमर्जुन.
Good. Next.
Veena Fani Shri Bhagini.
तपाम्यहमहं वर्षं निगृह्णाम्युत्सृजामि च अमृतं चैव मृत्युश्च सदसच्चाहमर्जुन.
Good. Next.
Rajeshwari Shivshankar Bhagini.
तपामहमहौ वर्षं निगृह्णामृत्सुजामि च अमृताञ्चैव मृत्युश्च सदसच्चाहमर्जुन.
Amruthan, not Amrutam. Amruthan chaiva.
अमृतञ्चैव मृत्युश्च सदसच्चाहमर्जुन.
Good. Next.
Bhanu Rekha Bhagini.
तपाम्यहमहं वर्षं निगृह्णाम्युत्सृजामि च अमृतं चैव मृत्युश्च सदसच्चाहमर्जुन.
Next.
K. Lalita Bhagini.
तपाम्यहमहौ वर्षं निगृह्णाम्युत्सृजामि च अमृतं चैव मृत्युश्च सदसच्चाहमर्जुन.
Good. Next.
Kashmira Bhagini.
Yes. Tapamyahamahav varsham निगृह्णाम्युत्सृजामि च अमृतं चैव मृत्युश्च तदसच्चाहमर्जुन.
Good. So we go to the meaning of the shloka. So he was talking about many of the things earlier, like he said about Vedas and other things. Now he's coming to tapam, the heat that we feel ourselves. So Puna's today is 30 degrees Celsius. Okay, so that heat, how do we get the heat? From sun. So the heat that is available in the planet is very, very important for sustenance. He says, I am that tapami aham. The heat is me. Then aham varsham. I am the one who, I am the rain itself. So I am the heat, I am the varsham, that is rain. Nigrunami utrujami cha. Now what happens? Summer goes, there's summer there, lot of heat was there. Then summer is withdrawn, nigrunami. Then what happens? Rain comes. Utrujami varsham. Then varsham nigrunam. Then after varsham, falls will happen. Utrujami falls, varsham nigrunam. Then falls will go, then winter will come. Winter will be there, then winter will be withdrawn. Then you'll have a spring will be there. Then spring will be withdrawn. Then so what he does is that he creates Utsujami creates, withdraws, create, withdraws. Even the seasons are all done by him. It is coming with it come Utsujami Nigrunami. Utsujami Nigrunami. Varsham Utsujami Varsham Nigrunami. Like that it goes on and on. Similarly, Kalpam. Creations are there, it comes and then withdraws, comes, goes, then birth. Person is born, person is taken back, again born, taken back. So all these things that is happening, he says it's all my order, it's all my divine order. That's what he says. Then amrutam cha eva mrityuscha. Amrutam is what? Eternity. Eternity is what? Our own self. That eternity everybody is having is me, aham. And then Mrityuhu means that people have, if you look at timeline, at some point there is a birth, some point there is a death. So that is also me, he says. When he says, when you should not say death, it is just a fall of the body. So if you look at that from the perspective of fall of the body, it's also me. Then Sad Asat. Sad Asat means Sad Asat. Cha Aham Arjuna. Sat and Asat is also me. What is Sat? Sat is something which is the basis for other things. Sat cannot be negated. That is Sat. For example, if you look at a pot, clay cannot be negated. Whether the pot is there or not, clay is there. When the pot was there, clay is there. When the pot was not there, clay is there. So Sat, Asat. So if you look at it, Sat is also me. Asat is also me, the material cause is also me, Upadana cause is also me, effect is also me. He says everything, I am the one. Tapami aham, aham varsham, nigrunami utrujami aham, amritam aham, mrityu aham, sad aham, asad aham, Arjuna. So if you look at that way, he is giving us to understand that he is giving a big laundry list. He is going on and on so that we have to look at it that everything that we can think of, he says that it is Bhagavan, it is me. So this is one of the ways by which we are trying to appreciate Bhagavan and appreciate and then get to understand Bhagavan. So he goes on for the benefiting all of us. So that's what he has talked in this particular shloka. So we can take one more shloka. Next.
Sheila Shinde Bagini.
We now change the just the meter. The meter so far was Anushtup, now we go to Trishtup meter. That is, we'll have 11 aksharams in each padam. Okay?
Okay.
Traividyamam somapa puta papa.
Traividyamam somapaputa papa. Traividyamam somapaputa papa.
Yajnairištva svargadhim prarthayante.
Yajnairištva svargatim prarthayante. Yajnairištva svargatim prarthayante.
Traividyamam somapa puta papa. यज्ञैरिष्ट्वा स्वर्गतिं प्रार्थयन्ते
त्रैविद्या मां सोमपापूतपापा यज्ञैरिष्ट्वा स्वर्गतिं प्रार्थयन्ते त्रैविद्या मां सोमपापूतपापा यज्ञैरिष्ट्वा स्वर्गतिं प्रार्थयन्ते.
Good. Next.
राजेश्वरी शिवशंकर भगिनी.
ते पुण्यमासाद्य सुरेन्द्रलोकम्
ते पुण्यमासाद्य सुरेन्द्रलोकम् ते पुण्यमासाद्य सुरेन्द्रलोकम्
अश्नन्ति दिव्यान् दिवि देवभोगान्
अश्नन्ति दिव्यान् दिवि देवभोगान् अश्नन्ति दिव्यान् दिवि देवभोगान्
ते पुण्यमासाद्य सुरेन्द्रलोकम् अश्नन्ति दिव्यान् दिवि देवभोगान्
ते पुण्यमासाद्य सुरेन्द्रलोकम् अश्नन्ति दिव्यान् दिवि देवभोगान् ते पुण्यमासाद्य सुरेन्द्रलोकम् अश्नन्ति दिव्यान् दिवि देवभोगान्.
Good. Next.
भानुरेखा भगिनी.
त्रैविद्या मां सोमपापूतपापा यज्ञैरिष्ट्वा स्वर्गधिं प्रार्थयन्ते
त्रैविद्या मां सोमपाः पूतपापा यज्ञैरिष्ट्वा स्वर्गतिं प्रार्थयन्ते त्रैविद्या मां सोमपाः पूतपापा यज्ञैरिष्ट्वा स्वर्गतिं प्रार्थयन्ते.
Good. Next.
शारदा राजन भगिनी.
ते पुण्यमासाद्य सुरेन्द्रलोकम् अश्नन्ति दिव्यान् दिवि देवभोगान्
शारदा राजन भगिनी. वीणा फानिश्री भगिनी.
Yeah.
ते पुण्यमासाद्य सुरेन्द्रलोकम् अश्नन्ति दिव्यान् दिवि देवभोगान् ते पुण्यमासाद्य सुरेन्द्रलोकम् अश्नन्ति दिव्यान् दिवि देवभोगान्.
Good. Next.
लक्ष्मी बीवी भगिनी.
Can you chant the 4 lines slowly?
Yes, sir. त्रैविद्या मां सोमपाः पूतपापा यज्ञैरिष्ट्वा स्वर्गतिं प्रार्थयन्ते ते पुण्यमासाद्य सुरेन्द्रलोकम् अश्नन्ति दिव्यान् दिवि देवभोगान्.
Good. Next.
साई लक्ष्मी भगिनी.
त्रैविद्या मां सोमपाः पूतपापा यज्ञैरिष्ट्वा स्वर्गतिं प्रार्थयन्ते ते पुण्यमासाद्य सुरेन्द्रलोकम् अश्नन्ति दिव्यान् दिवि देवभोगान्.
Good. Next.
के ललिता भगिनी.
Full Shloka.
Yes, sir. त्रैविद्या मां सोमपाः पूतपापा यज्ञैरिष्ट्वा स्वर्गतिं प्रार्थयन्ते ते पुण्यमासाद्य सुरेन्द्रलोकम् अश्नन्ति दिव्यान् दिवि देवभोगान्.
Good. Next.
श्री लक्ष्मी भगिनी.
Yes, sir. Full shloka.
Yeah.
त्रैविद्यमां सोमपापूतपापा यज्ञैरिष्ट्वा स्वर्गतिं प्रार्थयन्ते ते पुण्यमासाद्य सुरेन्द्रलोकम् अश्नन्ति दिव्यान् दिवि देवभोगान्.
One more person.
उषा श्रीनिवासन भगिनी.
त्रैविद्यमां सोमपापूतपापा यज्ञैरिष्ट्वा स्वर्गतिं प्रार्थयन्ते ते पुण्यमासाद्य सुरेन्द्रलोकम्
अश्नन्ति दिव्यान् दिवि देवभोगान्.
Okay, so we'll go to the meaning of the shloka. Traividya means he talked about the three Vedas, Ruksama Yajurevacha. Around 2-3 shlokas before we talked about it. So Traivid is the Veda, three Vedas. That is Ruksama Yajurveda. Traividya means the knowers of the Vedas. Knowers of the Vedas, what do they do? Yajnairištva. In the yajna, they propitiate. Propitiate means they try to pray. Pratayante. Whom do they pratayante? Mam. So the knowers of Veda, the three Vedas, they propitiate me in prayer. Okay, in yajna, mam. Then what do they do? By doing the kind of yajna, what happens? They also start offering somabhanam. There was something called somabhanam in those Vedic times. There was a tree which was giving a fruit, and the juice of the fruit was called somabhanam. The juice was offered into the fire rituals. And they said that offering that kind of juice into the fire ritual is supposed to provide a great propitiation of the deities. So they were using somabhanam, and then they were offering it as a oblation in the yajna. So then the balance amount of soma, if you look at any yajna that we do, even Ganapati Homa we do, and then offer modaka into that. In balance, modaka, whatever is there, that's sesha, that is what we take and eat as prasada. Similarly, the somabhanam, which has been already offered into the fire ritual, the leftover is taken by the people who do these kinds of yajna. And that particular somabhana, which has been taken after doing this yajna, is supposed to ensure that their papas are cleaned. Bhuta papa, all their papas, sins, etc., are all cleansed with that particular yajna, and then taking the leftover somabhanam. And by getting rid of all the papas, what is the gain that these people are looking forward to? They are not looking for the ultimate moksha. They are all looking only for getting into Swarga. They wanted to go to Swarga and then be there. So these kinds of people, they use Vedas, and that is the Karma Kanda Veda. We are now doing Upanishads, we are doing this. We are doing Jnana Kanda, we are all doing in this. But there are people who do Karma Kanda, where they do these kinds of yajnas, and then they pray, please provide me Swargam after my this thing. So I am cleansing all the papas by doing this yajna and taking the leftover as prasada. Then what happens? For those people, punya masadya, they are able to gain punya by doing this. Then where do they go? Surendra lokam, Sura Indra lokam. Sura means what? Asura we know. Sura means Deva, demigods. Indra lokam. Devendra is supposed to be the chief of all these devas. So they are able to get to the Devendra lokam, Surendra lokam. The Ashnanti, on going there, what do? They enjoy. Ashnanti. What do they enjoy? Divyan, divine. Divyan Divi. That is, they are able to be in the divine realm, divine heaven. They are able to be there. And then what do they enjoy? Deva Bhogan. Whatever devas are able to enjoy, these people also enjoy. So they say that by some people, they are only doing all these kinds of things to get rid of their sins, and then they want to achieve Swargam and then be there. So now it is something like somebody has planned, he has worked so much, good work he has done, gained a lot of money, and then he has paid his ticket for a cruise to Hawaii, and then Hawaii he has got the finest of hotels to stay, finest of the restaurants there he can stay, and finest of the beaches, excellent sunshine, everything is there. But once the amount of money that he has paid, that money is all exhausted, then what happens? He has got to take the ship back and come, which he will tell you in the next shloka. That this particular thing, you will have to take the ship and then get back to your work from next week, sir. So that is what we'll take it to the next shloka, which we will take. Okay. We'll close with this. Pitahamasya jagadaha Matha dhata pitamaha Vedyam pavitramokaraha Ruksamaya jurevacha Gadir bharta prabhu sakshi Nivasa sharanam suhrut Prabhava pralayasthanam Nidhanam bijam avjayam Tapam yahamahau varsham Nigrunnam yutsujami cha Amritan chaiva mrutyuscha सदसच्चाहमर्जुन त्रैविद्या मां सोमपा पूतपापा यज्ञैरिष्ट्वा स्वर्गतिं प्रार्थयन्ते ते पुण्यमासाद्य सुरेन्द्रलोकम् अश्नन्ति दिव्यान् दिवि देवभोगान् ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ओम।